All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 10 Tampa Bay Plus. I'm meteorologist Colleen Campbell here in your hurricane headquarters. We appreciate you joining us online. So if you're thinking, man, that escalated fast. Well, yeah. So we are going to talk all about Milton and try to put some stress at ease. I know it's a very stressful time for a lot of us. We are working through this together. We live here just like you do. And of course, we don't want another storm. This is not the news we want to hear, but if we prepare, I think we'll be okay. So here we go. Tropical satellites. Right now, you're looking at the radar and the satellite. A lot of color on here, right? We have some moisture that's splashing our way. That's the initial moisture that we're expecting for tomorrow, turning on the faucet and allowing a couple good pours to move through our area. So that's going to be the initial problem because, of course, a lot of areas are in recovery and cleanup mode. So let's get into the tropics and see what we're working with. So Milton.
Okay, so stop. So Milton is right now headed for the west coast of Florida. The company changes its path rather quickly. Florida has not recovered from Helene yet, in the Tampa Bay area, north. So basically, if you're looking at the screen now, from about right here,
Rapid
all the way up to right around Tallahassee area. To come in right here around the Perry, Florida area at Cat 4, give the Cat 2 in Georgia, up to just south of Atlanta. I live in South Carolina. I'm in the center of the state. And our local man-made reservoir, known as Santee Cooper Lake, Lake Moultrie, and Lake Marion being the upper lake, Lake Moultrie being the lower lake. They drained 7 feet of water out of our reservoir through the dams at Santee. Because that's the last dam between Santee Lakes and the ocean. There are several major rivers that feed into the Santee area. Basically, you have the Saluda River, the Congaree River, the Broad River, the Catawba River, Porterey, Santee, all these come together. So all these rivers dump into the Santee River, which dumps into the Santee Cooper Lake system. Through one of 2 dams. There's an upper dam in there, there's a lower dam. The dam comes, controls water comes into the lake. Then there's the diversion canal, which goes by the power generating station, which is a steam generating plant that uses the diversion canal to suck water into the plant to make electricity. So basically what's going on is when the diversion canal, when they started draining water, the water actually burst and so it went to the lower lake and was going into the upper lake. The flow was backwards. It flows from the upper lake into the lower lake, through their dam system there, and into the Santee River down to the intercoastal waterway, where it eventually dumps into the Atlantic Ocean. But they drained, like I said, they drained Santee Cooper, Lake Marion, and Lake Moultrie 7 feet. They drained 30 inches in Asheville, Greenville, Pigeon Forge area, Chimney Rock, that western part of North Carolina, the true eastern part of Tennessee, western part of South Carolina upstate, western part of Georgia, eastern part of Georgia upstate, the middle to eastern part of Georgia upstate, but all the upstate part of Georgia is massive amount. All that rain in Georgia and all that rain in North Carolina, Tennessee, feeds into South Carolina river system and into our reservoir system. So the Wateree River goes into Lake Wateree, comes out of Lake Wateree back into the Wateree River. It goes into the Congaree River on 601, just south of the 378 601 meeting in South Carolina between a small town called Eastover, about where. And so he jumps into the Congaree right in that area. And then the Congaree goes down for a few more miles and then jumps into the Santee River. I mean, it's easier, I guess, if I can show you. Let me see if I can do it. Let me okay. Let me share this. Okay, so if you look, let me see if I can make this. So if you look right here, you're going to see the water temperature. Water temperature went at 81 back in September 29. Cold mountain water. It's dropping water next to much. Again, it's dropped dramatically down into right now. It's to be about 76 degrees. Come back up. But here's the Santee system. So here we go. So let's look at all this. The Broad River is right here. You just notice North Carolina's right here. You notice the Salisbury area, Asheville, right here, 26, 40. These areas that were just destroyed by Helene. If you notice, these rivers are known in South Carolina. Here's Rock Hill, on down here, Wateree River. Wateree River runs all the way down right here and dumps into the Congaree. The Congaree dumps into Marion. If you actually look, let's see, bring it in here. So, you see the Congaree River here? Okay. Congaree Creek, Congaree River. But it jumps right here into, see the Wateree River coming down right here. Beach Creek coming down here. Thomas Creek, Cedar Creek, Branch, all these areas is running in here. Anyway, Wateree River coming in here, and they come together right here at 601. Like I was telling you, just south of 601. They come together and they jump straight into to Lake Marion, the upper lake. And then you come on down the upper lake, and then you got the narrow part, and you got what's called the big water right here. And then you got the diverging canal. Lake Marion, you got the dead Santee River, because it's the Santee River that goes on out into Baltimore and Florida. So here's the diverging canal. So here's the Powers and Rings. This is the diverging canal between the upper and lower lakes. So all this water was going this way instead of this way. Okay? And then you have another little dam right here. And then you've got the Wateroo Creek, or County, and all that runs down in here. But if you come back over here to where our main focus is, the Santee River, when it comes to the dam right here, and this is the dam right here, and that's why the diverging canal is here into this lake. But you got the Santee River that comes out here and jumps into the river that's going out here. So that upper lake's got a way to come out. The lower lake has got a way to come out. It also brings this way into Wateroo Creek. But Tanky River runs all the way down here into Coastal Waterway, right out into old Atlantic Ocean. So all those borders come from up north, out of the Tennessee, North Carolina mountains, and it's heading this way. And it's already here because the lake is up now. The lake was below 70 feet just a few days ago. I'm going to give you the current elevation of the lake. Okay. So 75 is still full for the lake. Right now we're sitting 76.13. Our low point was about right. So 70.27, so 5 feet, but actually drained at 7. I don't, but the water that was coming out of the Virgin Canal and the lower lake that was going into the upper lake kept water in the upper lake enough to keep the water level up, but not up enough. I mean, you could, if you have TikTok, if you look up Lake Marion, Helene, hashtag, you're going to see a tremendous amount of just all kinds of debris that washed up. And then when they went into the mode that they went into with lowering the lake, they lowered the lake down enough to make sure that they had enough room to effectively take on the flood waters coming downstream from up north so that we didn't flood too upstream around the lake. River flooding, most people are kind of used to river flooding. I'm not, downgrading people. Don't get me wrong. But river people tend to be more kind of used to flooding waters. And they get used to the flooding waters, and because of the flooding waters, they tend to not really, flooding bothers them, but it's not, it's something that kind of used to. But you get to a situation where you don't know exactly what to do. And you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do. But I just don't understand how some people could just not want to be in a situation where they got themselves trying to get out of. But that's kind of that. I don't want to be too deputy down overnight. We've got another storm coming up in Gulf of Mexico, big over Big Bend area of Florida. I'm assuming from what I've seen that I think it's about where it's hit. Like I said, I'm not going to give you, I'll give you my opinion, but I'm not going to say that this is a fact. Like a lot of them still call it what they do. If you're not a meteorologist, don't get on TikTok, YouTube, on Facebook, don't get on X, don't get on Twitch, don't get on any of these freaking streaming platforms and start scaring the bejesus out of you. Like, for whatever reason. You're always going to get up for an honest. I'm not about any information that I have not independently confirmed, or if I haven't independently confirmed, I'll tell you where I got it. And I'll say, hey, here's where I got it from. If there's something I can show on my screen, I will show it. If I can't show it, I'll give you the link to it next to the first. Don't ever think that I'm going to steer you in the wrong direction. That is not my intention at all. My intention is to be upfront and honest with you, so I can be keeping facts that you can make honest decisions 100%. And I can freaking see if I can find something else. In, so I want to be, I want not my channel not take off. Getting from then sitting and freaking quick. I know it's in person. And I called you to either evacuate and didn't have to because I wanted to quit. Man, you know what I mean? How many people want? I give the rest of the bus. If I mean, I've left my channel. Right? I'm not going to sit here and buy, shoot, steal, install fear, warmonger, hate. But get a like. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. But I can tell you this. I'm not sit like it. I'm not. My channel start now. But if you don't make it past the first couple of seconds, I just need the person coming. So just think about it. In my heart of hearts, I'm make it. This one take down because people that, and this is just a kitchen reflection. Because a lot of creators don't give you the chance to know everything's fine. They want you to see it. They want you to know they, how they do things, how they get the system. I had it broke. Work right now. Get ready to work. I can sit and get a professional streamer, make get the money. I'll do that, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, you know what? I'm thinking this for I'm not. Okay, I'm watching a guy here right now that I don't think is reader.
Change a little bit and a little bit. This is not a set in stone forecast. For one, it's in the formative stage, and two, this is moving pretty slow to begin with right now. This is only moving at 1 to 3 miles an hour. So if this deviates a little further southeast, then this could change a whole lot. Or if this deviates a little further north, this could change the path a whole lot. So expect some models to go up here, some models to go way down here. Haven't seen that happen today.
We're here today to we want to build a channel with everybody grows. Nobody wants to fear that they're going to be not able to express themselves. I want you to express yourself. We're not always going to agree. Not everybody is always going to agree. That's one of the problems with this country now. We're so politically divided that we can't see them like today. And that's going to cause this country to fail. I heard somebody the other day make a comment that capitalism sucks. And I'm thinking to myself, you're sitting there with an iPhone 14, 15, got $1,000 phone in your hand. You're driving a Tesla. Tell me again how capitalism sucks. Because of socialism, the government decides that you get into a category in your lifestyle, what you get, what you eat, in the street, where you live, where you work. North Korea, perfect example. North Korean government assigns its citizens a job. That's their job based on their skills. So if they don't have any skills, then all they can do is work the room a lot. Guess what they're doing for life? Guess what you can do? America, you've got the right capitalist society, free society, republic, United States of America. You can say, if you to your job, and you can go find anything. You're not stuck like they are. You're not stuck like they are in China. Russia. All these countries that are controlled by dictators. You're in the United States of America. You have like we have two extreme parties in the United States. We have the extreme right and extreme left. We don't have a lot of people in the middle right now. I'm in the middle. There are some good Democrat ideas out there. Not many, but there are some out there. There's some good Republican ideas out there. Not many, but they're out there. But I can promise you this: if I do a political show, if somebody asks me to do election day podcast, I'll probably do it. But I'm going to tell you that the Democrats are better than Republicans. I can remember when I was growing up, I'm 51 years old, I'm 52 years old this month. I had 5 days. It is 10:34 p.m. and 10:05. My birthday is October 10th. I'm 52 years old. And I can remember when Steve Bannon first came on the air, the cable first came out, and I can remember sitting there watching the Senate. I've always been I've never really been a real big House person. The House of Representatives runs under a set of rules and crap that I just don't agree with. But I can tell you that right now, the Senate and the House of Representatives of the United States so far divided. The Democrats are in control and the Republicans are in control. I think the Democrats started this originally and wrong. I know the Republicans will have to do it research. They got where they started closing the amendment tree. They were in power. This is our bill. We're in control of the House. We're in control of the Senate. Here's the bill. Vote for it. Don't vote for it. Stop. Democrats are in control and they do that. Republicans are blocking democracy. Republicans are in control and they do the same thing. They're blocking democracy. No, you are all blocking democracy. The rules of the Senate need back to what we used to do. Debate, cloture, any senator that wants to talk bill is offered. It's not tabled, it's up or down vote. And the final vote on the bill passage. If it differs from the House, you send it to a conference committee. Democrats and Republicans, House and Senate, they come together, work out a deal for the bill, run about the leadership. See what I'm president, president, but that's not good. Don't vote for it. What I want to do, that's this. About that first podcast. Why I love the. Let me get on this one. This is really good. There are so many people out there right now who are desperate for help because of the rain destroying their home, their community. Like Chimney Rock, North Carolina, the whole freaking town got washed away. It doesn't exist anymore. And I've been to Chimney Rock. I've been to Ghost Town in the Sky. I've been to Cherokee, Pigeon Forge. That entire area. They're going to have to rebuild Chimney Rock from the town up. It can be 9 seconds from WLOS to 13. I've got to get in here to share you program here. I'm going to bring this up to you, and I want you to see Jimmy before and
scary to say the least.
Without Brett,
just 1 second.
It was scary to say the least. It was scary to say the least.
without Brett and Pam Johnson's faith, they're not sure they would be here.
When that tree cratered the front of our house, that huge entryway took the whole brunt of that tree. If we would have had a normal house, they would have just cut the house right in half. I mean, just right in half. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I was up in one of those lofts because of rain that was coming in. And Jennifer, if that would have just hit 2 or 3 degrees, that door is like in another zip code. So I would take that here. Yeah.
Since Monday,
The second it hit the water, it was just
Look at the damage, the devastation. The entire town. I mean, look at this. The entire town was wiped out. Freaking map. Build more estates. We're not gone, but I mean, you might as well be because it's going to be out of commission for a while. There's not going to be anybody able to stay in that area because watched out. I-40 is scheduled to be closed between Asheville, North Carolina. It's pretty much to be the gorge. If you're trying to go eastbound, excuse me, I-40 to the gorge there, between North Carolina and Miss Ryan, the I-40 washed away. Yeah, eastbound lanes washed out. 2025, 2025, and that's if they're lucky because they got to rebuild a road and a river. This river is famous. But after they were done, it's amazing to me how.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Renee Chu. Thanks so much for joining us. More than 194 people are now confirmed dead from Hurricane Helene, making it the deadliest hurricane since Katrina to hit the U.S. mainland. More than 600 people are still unaccounted for. Power crews are making significant progress. Right now, less than 300,000 customers remain without power in our state. This afternoon, Governor Roy Cooper will get a look at the damage and relief operations in the Boone area. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson will also be in the mountains, meeting with local leaders about recovery efforts.
Buncombe County is one of the hardest hit areas, and that is where we find WRAL's Monica Casey at a food giveaway. You just mentioned there, Monica, in Asheville. It's a huge line.
I'm trying to get to one different part. All right. I-40 just inside the board. Okay. I-40.
Of the Pigeon River
Now,
against the
this
side of
is the
I-40 just
river that
west of
runs
the state
through
line.
that
You can see
board.
that water rushing.
Okay. And I'm gonna pause it right now. Okay. Now, see right here where it washed out? That's the eastbound lane. Here's the river. They are going to have to rebuild all of this. You see where the green is? This green ran all the way. I was a truck driver. I used to drive trucks through here. I can tell you now, this green ran all the way down. This whole area right here, you're talking major reconstruction. So they got to bring this river, or they got to bring all this back up. They got to rebuild the foundation to the interstate. They didn't just go in there and throw some pavement down. They got to rebuild the entire infrastructure. There are areas that the power grid is completely destroyed. They're going to have to rebuild the power grid is from the ground up. This is not as easy. Yeah, I can get the opposite. I did the video earlier tonight. And I probably want to do the fourth one and put it up later on. But here, this here, that's the other thing. It's your dog, some of these people that are fussing about telling you destroying their vacation. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably seen the lady on TikTok got roasted by a bunch of people, which I haven't called TikTok. I was we try to start this channel, but it, don't make a bad situation by opening yourself to account. You will account quick and get on there and say, oh, that whole freaking down of break. You got to be freaking ground up, and you're worried about $1,000, and they're sitting on 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 of damage. They probably don't have flood insurance, so the insurance company's going to look at them the way they always do. So, you know, we do for you. FEMA's going to do what you can, but hell, they're out of money right now because it's a fiscal year and Republicans and Democrats can't get together on a freaking budget because your extreme right wing and your extreme left wing, yes, I'm blaming the extreme right and the extreme left, can't get together on the budget. Well, the appropriation bill. Maybe a lot of you probably don't know how this works. The U.S. government the Constitution is written for appropriations to start in the House of Representatives, go to the Senate. From the Senate, it's supposed to go to the President. House, the Senate, President, Constitution. Naturally, over the years, the laws have been put in place that allow the Senate to do appropriation bills, 12 of them. 12 of them. Then they're supposed to put them in conference, but they aren't the same. Why don't we follow the freaking Constitution of the United States and laws that are in place? Let those 12 bills originate in the House, go to the Senate. If the Senate changes them, they send back to the House. But don't sit there and do 12 bills in the House, 12 bills in the Senate. And the House is controlled by the Republicans, the Senate is controlled by the Democrats. And you know the bill is going to be totally different because the Republicans have their priorities. And why nobody looks at the budget itself? Each department goes to turn in their own budget. For example, the Department of Defense. If the Department of Defense turns in a $600 billion budget for 2025, that's just a number off the top of my head. Let's say that the Department of Defense turns in $625 billion budget. The Republicans just go, no, well, we extreme Republicans. I mean, we need to kind of bump that up. Let's make it 800 billion. They need more than they're asking. Put it on that appropriation bill. And that appropriation bill will be too freaking sensitive. Congress, President of the United States, by you. Just spend the money according to the budget submitted to Congress and signed by the President. Boom. Why on earth are we taking the budget that are sent in to us? Why is Congress taking all these bills that are sent in to them, these budgets that are sent in by the Secretary of Defense, Department of Secretary of Labor, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, Secretary of Education, Attorney General's office, Surgeon General's office. I mean, you got all these departments. Every one of them submitted it. And they send that budget based on what they think they're going to do. And let's say Department of Community Services or have some urban housing urban development, Secretary of Treasury White. Let's say that just for example, Secretary of Education or Secretary of Transportation, he sends in $250 billion budget for 2050. That's all it is. And that's coming in addition to the money he gets from the federal gas tax and all. Because all that goes into the education budget. And let's say that $250 billion. And so Republicans because as a Democrat, that office. All right, 250 billion is more than me. We're gonna take 50 billion from you. We're gonna transfer that 50 billion you want. And 50 billion, we're gonna use 50, we're gonna take 200 billion. We're gonna take that 50 billion that you don't need. We're gonna move that over to the department. Move them up. And then we go to the next budget and do the same thing. Okay, HUD said they need 110 billion. We're gonna give them 75 billion. We're gonna take 35 billion. And we're gonna give the department of defense. We gotta find 25 billion somewhere else. Let's still at the defense department. So we get the defense department up where we want it, and then it gets over to the Democrats, and they're like, "Well, too much money in the defense budget. Let's pull that out. Let's put it back over here." People just go off the budget that's sent to you by the freaking department and see if you're done with it. You're making this way more freaking difficult than it needs to be. All you got to do. All you got to do. It's just about a budget they give you. How hard is it? $50 billion. Got to spend 42 budget for Congress. You do that? We can't go off the budget that we submitted. We have to go and create our own budget. Fights in Congress. We get right at the government shutdown. I can tell you right now, if the government shutdown comes and I have not found a job, I can be from home, wheelchair, I bet you a freaking donut. Out right here and out right there. What I thought. So, screwing the American people on both sides of it. If the extreme right and the extreme left is doing this country do not get out of our way, they're going to destroy the United States of America. I am 52 years old. I have seen 5 decades. I have lived through Nixon, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and Biden. And I can tell you right now, we did not start having the trouble we are having in Congress until 2001. When the U.S. Supreme Court stepped in and stopped the chaos that's going on in Florida, with them sticking them up and looking for pinholes to see because Chad fall. You get down to a certain county, they were contesting, and they were only contesting the heavily Democrat areas because that's where on the county board, 2 Democrats, 1 Republican. Every shad, so much had hair on it that looked like it was possibly be a vote for a Democrat. And he was slowly building up this, closing the gap. I still don't think, I think it was down to vote twice in Congress. But that would be in the end because him getting revenge of Republicans that depending on the Democrats. The next thing you'll learn is stupid spiral that the folks here, all community, all breed, same color, black, white, green, binary, whatever you do. Everybody is welcome to be everybody. 100% welcome to anybody and everybody. You will never hear me disparage anybody for the race. You won't ever hear me disparage anybody for race. Gender identification, pronouns, whatever. if you want to be identified as full crop tree stump, that's ridiculous. I will argue with you. That is spread with a full crop on a tree stump. That is Michelle. She is a full crop. They are a full crop. You do you. Baby. You do you. That's for you and you. Nobody comes into life for you to choose. You can let all these outside influences happen if you want to. You will have to more and encourage yourself. I mean, easy wild gesture. I think must move around a bit. Folks, let me tell you something. Again, I give two rat's butts about anything other than the fact that I want everybody to live their life for them. I want you to be happy for you. I want you to be happy for me. And I want all of us to be happy for each other. There are people out there right now who are saying, our country is doomed if so-and-so is in the election. Our country is doomed if Congress doesn't vote certain ways. Folks, our country is doomed because we have divided ourselves into two political parties that cannot agree on the menu at a restaurant. You could take 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats into any restaurant in the DC area and say, we want you to create a menu for this restaurant for Congress to be adopted. So in other words, whenever a member of Congress comes in, a sitting current member of Congress, not a former, but a current sitting member of Congress, every time one of them come in to our establishment, they will receive the congressional menu that you 100 people just put together. And I will bet you $1 to a donut that it'll take two committees and act of the United States Supreme Court to get anything done with that freaking menu. Because Congress cannot get together and agree on anything. Republicans and Democrats cannot agree on this, whether or not the sky is blue. And we trust these people on a daily freaking basis to control our lives and make up our laws and rules. And they live out their own rules. Did you know that the workplace laws passed by Congress do not apply to Congress or the White House? Did you know that? They're exempt from workplace laws. They wrote the law that made them exempt. They put it into a bill of workplace laws, President signed it, and nobody knew it was there until it was passed. So there's nothing now. Did you know that Congress could do a lot more than they do if they would just let their own rules? It used to be in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Congress got along. Bipartisan bills come out of the Congress all freaking time. And even though Democrats controlled Congress for a long, long time, and Tip O'Neill and others, you could not get anything done. Because the American people back then demanded that you got things done. Now, filibuster stalling has become the norm because we've allowed that to happen. We had the American people, the voters, that allowed Congress to get lazy and do not what they're supposed to be doing, but what they want to do. If Congress did the appropriation bills the way they're supposed to do appropriation bills, you would never hear a word about a shutdown. We didn't start hearing about shutdowns until I think Clinton first. I think Bill Clinton's first shutdown, government shutdown I can remember in my mind that I lived through. And a government shutdown, you got the parcels and got the court. Did you know that citizens at Congress get their paycheck? Their staff gets their paychecks. Their staff declared essential because they can't work without them. There are non-essentials that do get at home. They don't work during shutdowns. Very few. Most of them over the years have been godfathered in so that they can pretty much do and say what they want to say and get away with it. And nobody questions it at all. Just let them do what they want to do. And until we as Americans can sit down and agree that we're not always going to agree, and find a way to agree, find a way to make middle ground, but to find a way to bring ourselves together, we can make this country the best country in the world. But I'm not going to use the Donald Trump terms for that. I was about to use that, but not to support him. But to actually mean that's what we could do if we got together, if we laid politics aside, if we took today's controversial issues off the freaking table and we set them down. I think, here's what I think should happen. And this is going to be controversial, I know, I don't care. We should have every ex-president that is capable of traveling safely. We know Jimmy Carter's out of it. He's 100 years old. He's in hospice. I seen him one of the other day. He's slowly going out of it. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Yeah. No, there's nobody watching at the moment, but if I stay it forever, so.
Of course, now I've got to be ready to wear every time I walk by. I'm pretty sure everything is visible. You might want to watch that later before you start with your first terms of service violation.
I'm doing another live one, and then I'm going to start to kick in, so this will probably be the last one. So get tired of
yeah, because you've been steadily.
I'm sorry, I ain't done talking about it. But folks, we have got to get together as a country. We've got to stop partisan Democrats. We, like I say, we need to take every ex-president. So that would be Bush, 43, Clinton, Obama. I'm not going to say Trump. I don't know if Trump would even sit down and do it. But if he would do it, Trump, Biden, then let's get those people together, those presidents together. And let's get the gang of 8 in Congress, which is your most senior people of Congress. Let's get y'all them together. Let them write the freaking bills. The presidents, they know what it, former presidents, they know what it takes to get something through Congress. You sit 5 ex-presidents down and you give them a budget, and you say, okay, here is what the Department of Defense is asking for. Bush, Clinton, Obama worked with Congress to get stuff done. Especially Clinton, because Clinton started out with Democratic Congress, went to Republican Congress. But he still got stuff done under Republican Congress because he would sit down and negotiate with the Republicans. He would tell the Democrats. He would tell Chuck Schumer and Harry. He would tell them, look, I want this. Get in there, get it done. They would go sit down and negotiate. It might not be 100% of what Bill Clinton wanted. It might not have been 100% of what the Democrats wanted, but it got done. You might not like Clinton as president, but you can't say he didn't get it done, because he did. You might not like Bush as a president, 41 or 43. They worked with Congress and got stuff done. You might not like Obama as president. Hey, Congress got stuff done. So they got House and Senate, and they rammed a bunch of bills through that I don't agree with. But I don't agree with them. Doesn't mean I'm there and disparage them. He got it done. But he was the last president to really get anything done. Because now Congress wants to hold the American people hostage and do things the way they want to do it. We ain't in conspiracy theories here. We're in the facts. The fact is, if we as Americans do not get our crap together and stop the inner fighting between parties, we're not going to be a country much stronger. China's going to come over here and just take the freak over. Because the 40 whatever trillion dollars in debt we are right now, all that's owed to China. And if China walked up here tomorrow and said, here's all the bills we bought of yours, all the stocks and treasury bonds bills, we want all of our money now, we would be a bankrupt country because we have no way to pay them back. If we take in, and there's a balanced budget amendment passed, the balanced budget rule passed in Congress under Clinton that has not been met since Clinton left office. Clinton left office as a Democrat with a surplus. A surplus. Money we did not spend. We stayed within our budget. If the Office of Budget Control says, okay, we're expecting to take in $1.4 trillion in tax revenue next year. Your budget should be $1 trillion. That 0.4, that 400 billion, put it in the freaking bank. Because you're going to need it for hurricane assistance, earthquake assistance, wildfire assistance, ice storm assistance, heat, hurricane. You don't know what you're going to need that money for. If $1 trillion is not enough to operate this country, we got issues. That means we're spending way too much money. This is where I could go into rant that could get me in a lot of trouble, and I'm just not going to go because I could, and I may do this on my website when I get it up and going. I can say a little more controversial stuff there. I don't want to get too controversial here. But we as a country need to get our crap together. We as a country need to stop and think about how we can make our lives as Americans better for all, not for some. That's a lot of our problems. We do not care. We do not take care of each other. We have become a nation of parties, extreme parties. And these parties become parties of extremes. It's my way or nobody at all. If you don't believe in what I believe in, you shouldn't be around. If you don't do what I do, you shouldn't be around. If you're transgender, you shouldn't be around. Gay, you shouldn't be around. If you're this skin color, you shouldn't be around. If you're this neighborhood, you shouldn't be around. Folks, we are all the same. Only thing that makes us different is we all look the same, then how would we tell each other apart? I'm ugly, I'm old. There's guys out there that are young and cute. There's women out there that's old and ugly. There's women out there that are young and pretty. There's politicians out there that are actually worth a freak, and there's politicians out there who couldn't. I wouldn't trust them if I had to. But we as Americans are getting to the point where we have to get trusted. We have to become a great nation again. We're not going to get doing what we're doing. We're letting ourselves get torn apart by ourselves. We let politicians just tell us bullcrap. And all we have to do is be ourselves. Love one another. Love one another. Yeah, politics aside, politics is nothing. This country would run butter smooth if we would just stop trying to make everybody live, everybody else believes, let everybody live their lives themselves. If you believe in God, whatever God you believe in, I ain't casting no aspersions on anyone you believe, whatever divine entity you believe in. We are all equal in the eyes of that entity. Nobody's better, any better than anybody. The Bible says it's easier for a rich man to have high evil than it is for God. But here we got politicians. It's out of faith. And we just keep voting the same ones in over and over. I personally would love to see term limits. I think we should be put into place. I think that's something the American people should vote on. It should go on the ballot in a presidential election year, not on a midterm year when very few people vote. That is a major ballot initiative. Should be presidential year vote. And I think we should vote on it. Me personally, House is a 2-year term, Senate's a 6-year term. So that would give, you have to do 3 House terms equal 1 Senate term. So 2 terms in the Senate, 6 terms in the House, same thing. That's it. You're done with Congress for the rest of your life. You can never run again. Seat again. You can't be appointed by government. A governor. No, you're done. You can do one thing in the House. Okay, we said what we said. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 6 terms in the House or 2 terms in the Senate. Or you can do your 6 terms in the House, run for the Senate. Do your 2 terms in the Senate, you're done. No more. No more. Never be able to run for Congress again. But instead, we've got a real politician, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, Dick Durbin, Jim Clyburn, the list goes on and on. Lindsey Graham. Of Congress, members of the Senate, members of the House, has been sitting there 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They make it a freaking career, and we let them do it. Because they get in there and they make these promises left and right, constant promises. When I get in office, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. They don't do it. In 2 years, we put them back in. 6 years, we put them back in and said, okay, you were voted in. You gave us this list of stuff that you were going to do. You accomplished A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You did not accomplish. Therefore, you may not run for another term in Congress. Go ahead and get your staff, get out. We're going to replace you. No. We're going to put you back in there. We'll give you one more shot. We'll put you back in there for 6 years. Put you back in there for 2 years. Tell me how to do it. Same crap. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting it different. So that doesn't ever happen. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. It's been a long day. It's coming up on 11:18 p.m. This is my second live. I think I got one pre-recorded on here. Tomorrow I will be on at least twice tomorrow, if not 3 times, posting more content. Folks, please like and subscribe. If you never come back again, if you never look again, just like the video, subscribe to the channel. Help me build the channel up. Leave ideas. Don't just be, you know, give me ideas. I have an email address listed on my page. outcastpodcast@gmail.com. Outcast SC, S as in Sam, C as in Charlie, gmail.com. I will 100% guarantee you, I will read your email. I may either respond to your email via email, or bring it up on the show. But see what you get your right. Outcast. Click the like button and help support my channel. Thank you again for stopping by. It's something to hope for. I'm still figuring out, but yeah, I know that probably. Yeah. Oh. But anyway, I hope you all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Participating in my first podcast. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll announce my next time. But I'm going to do some YSL updates. On the first one, I'll probably do 1 or 2 storm updates. But the Milton's supposed to build up pretty quick. I'm in the Gulf of Mexico, and we don't know my thoughts yet. Welcome to New Land. But anyway, oh, what it is. All right, folks, y'all have a great day. I'm so glad that